Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine once more as we meet again in this discussion on strange happenings. Remember, Strange Happenings is Jean Marima's book, and I believe by now you must have read a lot about this. Now, we are going to chapter 5, a chapter that is written Hamisi. Remember who Hamisi is? I hope you remember Hamisi. Hamisi is the actual person who helped Mavasi to go to the dormitory. And here now we can see Hamisi by the beach. Now, Mavasi is surprised why the sister, Chao, is denying the presence of Hamisi in the school. Yet he knows quite well that this man led him to the dormitory and back to the class. Now, as we start this chapter 5, we actually see that Mavasi is not happy about whatever Chao is doing, denying the presence of Hamisi, the Hamisi he knows. And actually he thinks he can spot him even in a crowd. Now, as they reach for the beach and they lead into the narrow road, he actually wonders why this place has such the flights of stairs that no one can tell him whoever built. Now, as he's just thinking about this, the sister seems to be reading his mind and talks about the Oman Arabs having built it. He does not trust her. Remember, he does not even like how Chao is too vocal, outspoken. He does not like this. And so, he finds this unnatural. He thinks that she's bragging. Remember the rivalry? Sibling rivalry. They had been in two different schools for years, and it's only by the virtue of an accident that Mavasi finds himself in the same school with Chao. Now, we actually see that Mavasi thinks a lot about Hamisi and wonders whether he's imagining. He realizes that Chao is not helping him to establish the truth. Now, as he sits by the stairs, remember his heart, he cannot go to the waters. He wonders why this man seems to be an imagination, because Chao denies that there is no such worker in the school. Now, we see the teacher only gives one rule: be your brother's keeper. Yeah? Do you always turn to be a brother's keeper when the teacher says so? What about if your mother tells you to do so? Do you do so? Now, let's watch and see whether we'll have Chao or any other student being the brother's keeper. Now, the rest of the students head for the beach, and Chao is the lead. Remember, she's a very active girl. She puts on the hanger wrapper and goes to the beach. And the brother admires this, but he does not want to show it openly. Sibling rivalry again. Now, we see the kids going to swim, and they jump around, splash water, they giggle. But Mavasi cannot experience this because of the accident. He's tied to one place and he sees at the edge the stairs just waiting. He's afraid that he does not want to injure himself again. Now the brother sits and the sister goes to swim with the rest. Chao comes back running to the brother and tells him the water is therapeutic. Yeah? Do you believe that if you go to the beach, that water can help as therapy to you? This is what Chao tells Mavasi. But Mavasi just dismisses her and says that she's not a doctor and therefore she cannot tell him about anything to do with medicine. Now, we see the scary outlook of the beach, and very soon Mavasi again spots Hamisi. Now he does not just sit, he decides to yell the name of Hamisi, and it takes time before Hamisi can turn and come to where he is. Now we can see that as they are discussing or talking, Mavasi asks whether Hamisi works in Pweza Academy, and Hamisi just laughs, that rapturous laughter that can make you run away, a scary one. Do you know why Hamisi was laughing? If you are Mavasi, would you continue to talk to such a man that just breaks into a rapturous laughter? As you ask questions that are very important, remember Chao has been denying that this man does not exist, and therefore Mobasi's interest is to determine whether this man exists in this school. Now, as we switch to chapter 6, we meet her brother's keeper. Can you tell me who you think her is here? And which brother? Are we still talking about the rule the teacher gave to the students? All right. Now let's go ahead and see whatever we'll meet from the text. Actually, we can see that Mobasi is thinking a lot, reflecting about this man, Hamisi. Is it a figment of an imagination? Is he crazy or something? Why should he laugh when there is nothing humorous here? Now, there is something that you need to note as a student, and even when you are out there. Mobasi detects that the man has a dull, pungent smell. Do you know what it means by pungent smell? When you sweat a lot, yeah, and possibly you have not bathed, there is that pungent smell. When you go near the toilet or such an environment, we get that pungent smell. So he notes the pungent smell from Hamisi, yeah, and then they begin to walk by and talk. He almost wobbles and falls, but actually he is restrained from that, yeah. So the man begins to inform him about the environments at the beach, yeah, explain about the pools and actually the effect of the corona times and the post-election violence, yeah. So the man talks about post-election violence in 2007 and how it affected the air environments around the beach. Some hotels were deserted and they have never healed since then, yeah. So the aspect that many people died during such a time, Hamisi says, is what caused some hotels to be closed forever. Now, Mobasi looks at Hamisi's eyes, and this man seems to be crazy, yeah? But he sounds a bit intelligent, more of a teacher. Can you detect somebody who is intelligent that who is not? All right. Now, he asks this man who builds the staircase, and the man says it must be the Oman Arab explorers. Get it right. From Chow's idea. Yeah? So do you accept that that was just sibling rivalry that was making Mobasi believe that whatever Chow was saying was not right? Okay. Now, these two people, Hamisi and Mobasi, begin to move away from the crowd to the deserted places, to the buildings, and there is a feeling. Mobasi feels, no, this is not right, but they still go on and on. Yeah, they get to a place where there are monkeys. In fact, there are people who are playing acrobatism, and Hamisi says these people normally send him away, and he does not want to be there. So they again move to a deserted building, and the man says that we have monkeys. Those monkeys normally just wait by to see whether the people who come to the beach can bring something to them. They get to some place where there's a neglected bush, and as they wait by, we see that, Mobasi is suspicious that this man is not up to any good. He doesn't believe that this is a friend, yeah? He looks at his watch and realizes it's 5 p.m. Remember, the teacher had given instructions, and only one instruction. Do you remember the instruction given? All right. Now, we see Hamisi's tone changes once he notices the expensive watch Mobasi is putting on. Yeah, and he's like, is it your parent that bought this for you? Are your parents rich? Yeah, and as Hamisi tries to avoid, he's telling him, do you know we can sell this and get 12,000 Kenyan shillings? This is a G-Shock watch. Do you know who gave Mobasi this watch? It's the doctor. When he was in the hospital for a long time, the doctor gave him the watch. Now this man tells him, take it off. Yeah, let me see it. And you can read the tone. The tone doesn't sound friendly. So Mobasi's hands shake in tremor, and there is that pungent smell that is coming, the whiff of pungent smell. You can imagine, possibly Hamisi was a drug addict. Luckily, the Chao whom this daughter that Mavasi does not actually like, Chao comes to rescue. He comes to rescue this brother and calls by saying, Hamisi, Hamisi. Yeah. So by this time, as this is proceeding, we actually realize that the sister has saved the brother. Now we'll proceed from there. We've covered chapter 5 and chapter 6. So next time we meet, we'll be talking about chapter 7. Bye bye for now.